Once upon a time, in a sunny green meadow, there lived a clever fox with bright golden eyes and a bushy red tail. He loved to wander through the fields and forests, sniffing out adventures and searching for tasty treats. One warm summer day, the fox felt extra hungry. His tummy growled so loudly that even the little birds in the trees heard it. "Oh dear," said the fox, "I must find something delicious to eat before my paws grow too tired." He trotted along a dusty path, his ears twitching at every sound, his nose sniffing the air. The forest was filled with scents of flowers, berries, and wild herbs. But the fox wanted something sweet, something juicy, something perfect. After a while, he came to a tall stone wall covered with leafy vines. And dangling from those vines were the most beautiful grapes he had ever seen. They were plump, round, and purple as the evening sky. The fox's mouth watered. "Oh, how wonderful those grapes look! They are shining like jewels, and I bet they taste sweeter than honey." He licked his lips and wagged his tail. The grapes were hanging high, far above his head, swaying gently in the warm summer breeze. The fox tilted his head and studied them carefully. He muttered. "They're high up, but I am clever, I am quick, and I will have them for myself." With a running start, the fox leapt into the air. He stretched his neck, opened his mouth, and snap! He missed. He landed back on the ground with a soft thud. The grapes swayed higher, as if teasing him. The fox shook the dust from his fur. "Not to worry," he said proudly. "That was only my first try. I shall jump again, even higher this time." So he backed up further, took a deep breath, and ran as fast as his paws could carry him. He leapt again, his tail flying behind him, his teeth snapping at the grapes. But once more, he missed. "Gar!" growled the fox. "Those grapes are tricky. But I am not finished yet." Again and again, the fox tried. He leapt, he pounced, he scrambled up the wall, he climbed, he jumped, he stretched, and he slipped back down each time. The sun grew hotter. The fox grew tired. His tongue lolled out, and his tummy rumbled even louder than before. He sat under the wall, panting. "Why won't those grapes come to me? They are rude grapes. Very rude indeed." He glared up at them, but they only dangled in the breeze, juicy and out of reach. The fox thought and thought. He tried building a pile of sticks. He tried balancing on a rock. He even tried standing on his tail. But no matter what he did, the grapes stayed just beyond his grasp. At last, the fox flopped onto the grass. "Humph, I've had enough of these silly grapes," he said with a snort. "They're probably not even sweet. In fact, they must be sour, yes, very sour indeed. Who would want such sour grapes?" He stood up, brushed off his fur, and lifted his nose in the air. "I do not care for them one bit. Let the birds eat them. Let the wind blow them away. I am too clever to waste my time on grapes that are not good enough for me." With that, the fox trotted off into the forest, his tail flicking behind him. But if you looked closely, you could see a twinkle in his golden eyes. Deep down, he still wished he had those grapes. As he walked away, the vines swayed gently, and the grapes glistened in the sun. They remained untouched, waiting for someone else who might reach them. And that is the story of the fox and the grapes. The lesson is simple and gentle. Sometimes, when we cannot get what we want, we might say it was never worth it. But in truth, it's better to admit we tried and couldn't reach than to pretend it was never good at all. Honesty, even with ourselves, makes us stronger, and hard work often brings rewards. If not today, then maybe tomorrow. The fox learned, in his own way, that giving up doesn't make the grapes sour. It only makes him miss out on their sweetness. So, dear friend, if something feels too high or too hard, don't give up too quickly. Keep trying, keep climbing, and maybe you'll taste the sweetness in the end. If you like this story, don't forget to join us for more magical tales every week.